That's it. And just before I let you off to do a bit of gorgeous music, I'm going to come in and say hello to you. Look at that.
Oh, look. Lekela.
Amazing. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So our fantastic Lizzie Strausser is amazing. She's in the background there, Ger, and she
Great.
makes everything look so easy, you know.
And
So
she's in outer space.
she's in
She's
outer space, and she sorts us out in Cork Yarn Spinners, and now
fantastic.
she's sorting out the tech here. So
Great.
share people amongst us. It's great,
It's
you know.
brilliant.
Yeah. So, Ger, before we start, it's been hard on a lot of musicians not to be able to have people. And isn't this kind of almost a second best to have people around, you know? Um,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah, and I know that you're kind of striking out there, and I've often gone to your Friday night concerts, and I love them, and I know that you'll
Thanks
be on
very
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you're starving for Ger Wolfe, he'll be on again tomorrow. You can
That
find him
was,
on his Facebook page, you know.
yeah.
Um, and would you like to just tell us about your new CD as well, which I'm trying to get it, and I there's some thing
Just
that stops me from getting it. I tried on
really.
Bandcamp.
Oh yeah, yeah. It should be there, all right though. But or my website is a good way as well. But
Your
I
website.
send you one, Marie. Just send me your address. I'll send it to you, girl. Don't be.
No way. Go away. We have to support one another, you know. So it's
Yeah.
important to buy the CDs and stuff like that and keep things going.
Fair dues. But it
So
is great.
if you could put your website in later on,
Yeah.
that would be great, but we've all
Brilliant.
been dying to hear you, and I want you to know that you have a few super fans up in Antrim, because I tell stories up there.
Go away. Yeah.
And they were very jealous that you might be here tonight and that you might sing the Curra Road.
Stop. I sang it already. Sure. If
Yeah,
I
it was the
knew.
first
No.
song. So yeah,
Great. I'm
yeah,
delighted to be here, sir. And it's great that the internet has been a bit of a savior for us, I think, because um, we're able to meet people all around. I do that thing on every Friday night, and there's people tuning from all parts of the world, from Australia, even if it's the middle of the night over there, or it's breakfast time, and a few
yeah.
people having their breakfast in America. And
That's
I'd like to say tonight, Ulrika is a regular listener. She's tuned in tonight for this
oh,
from Germany. So nice to say hello,
yeah.
and great to see people from everywhere. I wish we were in Listowel. I love
Oh,
going up to North Kerry, and
I wish I was in the stall as well in
uh,
Billy Keane's pub singing into the early hours of the morning,
we
So
kind of got half roots up there, like the Wolves. There's probably a lot of up more towards West Limerick, but the same area, just east of Atay and all those places where the Wolves came from
yeah,
there about. So I'm told anyway, a long time ago after the famine, but so we ended up in Cork City. So it is lovely to join up with people from that side of the world. But
yeah,
hopefully we'll meet in person down there again,
yeah.
and or if in Cork maybe. But
Absolutely, Ger. We were talking in our session on St. Bridget's Day about the silver lining of the COVID cloud, and one
yeah,
of them is that it's brought us all close together, because
they're there. Yeah,
we can sit like this in the virtual room,
yeah.
and and have a few a few songs, a few stories. We had such a beautiful fruitcake tonight. We had
Uh,
songs, we had stories, we had musicians, we had poetry. It was
and
great.
and
Yeah.
we had Paddy O'Brien singing the Confada song. It was great.
Great. Yeah, it was
Paddy
great.
was my teacher in school. Like I probably shouldn't be saying that. No, embarrassing. I know he's gone. Like, but he gave me he taught us tin whistle in Wrong Tree
Oh, did
in
he? Oh my
in St.
God.
Paul's in Mayfield. It was brilliant. It got me into music. Like,
That's it.
fantastic man.
I think you went to my school, so I went to St. Patrick's.
So did I. Yeah, over the wall. Yeah, yeah. You might have known my sister. Maybe you know my sister.
Probably did,
Was
So, now I'm going to let you off for the last
great.
few minutes of our beautiful
Yeah,
session. I
what
hope
will
you
we do?
enjoyed it, Ger, and I
I
hope
did.
you
It's
come back.
lovely.
Yeah, I hope you come
I
back.
sorry, I broke down earlier. The technology let me down, but
Ah.
I don't know what to do. Have we a few minutes? Have we?
We have a few minutes, so
Um,
we're due to finish at 10 o'clock
Great.
Irish time. Irish time, you know.
Whatever you want me to do, normally, I do. I feel like it's a pity we're not all together, because it'd be great to be playing tunes there with everybody, with Sean and with all the Kennys there and Aves, and
And the
there's
Kennedy,
lovely to see
yeah,
the dancing and the young lads playing.
Well, the whole thing about this, and it's Cara's idea and Paddy Regan's idea as well,
Great.
is that this will keep things alive during this
Yeah.
time. But I tell you, I've been to this session, you know, kind of when there's no restrictions, and that about sums it up. There is no restrictions. It's one of the best sessions. So when
You
this
can,
is all over, let's make a promise to one another
yeah.
that we will get together in the Kerry Writers Museum and
Oh,
just
fuck
blow
it
the
up.
roof off it, you know.
Yeah,
So
it'd be brilliant. Mighty, hardly.
I'm going to leave you to the screen now, and it was
Yeah.
so lovely to work with you, Ger. That's
Your
all I
juice,
can say.
Maria. Yeah, we.
You know, even in the weeks coming up, you've been just
Oh, God.
such, everything has been no problem, Maria. No problem. That's grand. It's been a joy. So thank you
Thank
for
you,
that.
Maria.
And
Thank
away
you.
with you now.
We'll sing a song. Maybe you might join in. You'll know the chorus shortly, and it's a song from Cooley. I'm not from Cooley, but we're not living too far from it, and so I'm 13, and you definitely know the chorus. So let you all join in. Madden na shock dogus clarog spaldum loves make dolly trill. Uncle Sean, here's a dirty gnawing of the good Ganish Lablian. Hips along Connacht, Alina Ling is see egg fool, is idling. Is he canna the idea, the idea, the idea ding. Have you got it? Should trust the namel fooder scantus, focal bra, good to them veil. On clarin on spaldalan loose, sutra on the egregor tren. Anis galacte Marianux horror, heaven gyragus pisming. Atlantic panna the idea, the idea, the idea ding. Ruish the doorza agus carute, Neil oem shak Jordan slee. Gur mór leom féin de hún beag tá a clós an is sima hí. Tá clicim hála mo corpatá agus an chlárin san náinadí. Ach níor stan siad an the idea, the idea, the idea ding. Agus slán le imhfuil di agus nas go clarach hen cús. Minting fánachs ma crína gala is near a bhair de lom cléir na tú. Sam a bhahar conas tá seán bocht na luad a hanis nasisiún scríal. Cryta the idea, the idea, the idea ding. Van trish blinus ra dan carbod going the road. Jahar tar shukus jora alling agus of le more could glow. Here's the kind fair van, la de Lauren Tavan, Ekenten rapping I Marvney, to Dort a lark, the idea, the idea, the idea ding. Thanks, Ian. I hope I could see some people singing along there. I hope the
I
I
love
just
that song, but unfortunately I don't know it. I love the tune of it, you know.
yeah, Probs and all as well as another verse, but that was a man called Dermot O'Toole from Cooley from Scrahan wrote it.
Go Huntuk.
They said he wrote it when he was footing turf, and he had it written by the time when he was 15, when he was a young fella. I think it's a lovely song. I'll try just for the crack, just to try those slides I introduced earlier before I crashed. Is er bonnen ra en nuur coolest couple ladder gree. Trina gwiltes capes fin in en a clemo story. Bhúla glasses spelling ring, Deach sí fin go háling gloita. Ryan mead le chéile haar, na sléite agus aglam.
Mighty stuff. I'm the audience sound. Mighty stuff, Ger.
Thanks, Maria.
Loved it, you know.
Will I finish off with something else, or have we enough?
No, I'd like you to finish off with something else, and then I'll
Brilliant.
tell you who our fantastic guest star is for next month.
Oh, brilliant. Great. Great. I'd finish with just a little song, even if you haven't heard, well, you probably haven't heard it, but I know Ulrika has on a few more, maybe. Maria, it's a song called The Crackling Radio.
Oh,
and
yes. I love it. I love it.
Great.
Yeah.
Nick Daly sings a great version of it, I think. But so this is a little song I wrote years ago for one of my grandmothers who's from Cork City, and so I'm going to sing that called. And there's a very simple, but it just after every line it goes hey and do, hey and do. So if you feel like joining in, and thanks a million for having me on the thing, Maria, and hopefully see you next month. But be a bit of crack, and it's great to see the whole storytelling community coming together and with tunes and dancing and everything, and it's lovely to see people. But we'll be back in the flesh hopefully. But for now, this is what we have. I suppose we have to make the most of the. So thanks. So hey, the little refrain, but in this song goes hey and do, hey and do. It's handy enough. Who will unwrap the crackling radio? Into the morning call, there the notes will go. Dancing our eyelids up in the summertime. Words that could waltz the moon in her sad decline. With the wind in your hair, put your shoes on the edge of the water. By the side of the sea, hear your radio crackle and play. Who will unfold the doorstep of my memory. In do, all together. In do, in and out the forget me not melody. In do, who will unravel the sheets of the riverbed? In do, who will unruffle the pillow beneath your head? With the wind in your hair, put your shoes on the edge of the water. By the side of the sea, hear your radio crackle and play. Who'll unwrap your crackling radio? Into the morning cold air, the notes will go. Who will unravel the sheets of the riverbed? Who will unruffle the pillow beneath your head? Thanks a million. Good night. Bye, everybody.
That
Thanks,
was
Maria.
absolutely
Great to
stunning.
see you all.
Absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to release you from the spotlight, Ger,
Thanks.
and I'm just going to put us all up on the gallery view now.
Mm.
Hello, everybody. And if you'd like to turn off your, or if you'd like to come on the camera, you'd be very, very welcome. So we're taping this bit as a bit of reaction to our first online rambling house, and then we're going to post it on the website. And I just want to see all the smiling faces. Look at that.